Right. So let's look at this here. Okay, line graph. All right. So what are most important things here that we need to look at? Okay. Now, in your problem, you're going to be drawing this. You're not going to have this already made. All right. So what is it that is important? Right. So the first, what you see there, okay, you see a vertical line, okay, and you see a horizontal line. This is freezing. Oh God. Yeah. So you see a vertical line and a horizontal line. Now, in your normal graph, okay, what you will have, I'll go to the board. Okay. So in normal, your graph, what you see is this line and this line. Okay. So this line is called x-axis and this line is called y-axis. All right. So what happens here, we use almost 99%, we tend to use only this quadrant here. Yeah, this one. So this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, this is quadrant 4. Okay. So in most of the graph, we take this first quadrant. Okay? Because in this first quadrant, y is positive and x is positive. While in here, x is negative, y is positive. In here, okay, you will see as we go down here. So if you look at here, this is positive and this is negative. While in here, both are negative. This is negative, this is negative. If you don't understand, say, I can't remember. Okay.
No, my problem is that I can't see the writing if you're writing.
So I can't see the. Oh God.
No, wait. I'm not sure if the writing. Try writing something. I can't see your cursor. So if you were pointing, if you were just pointing, if you could label.
Let me try with the Let me try with a different color.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you see the color? Can you see color? Yeah. Okay. So let me remove one start again.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's important. It's very, very important. It's
and if you could label which is positive and negative is better.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's why I was saying when I'm saying something, make sure I say no, I can't remember those. Yeah, don't just say yeah. No, yeah, you become a yes man. Yeah. Okay, can you see this red? Yeah. So this is y. Okay, this is x. So this is called x-axis, and this is called y-axis. At the point here is 0. So this is 0. And as you go to the right, this is going to be positive. 1, 2, 3. If you go this way, it's going to be -1, -2, -3. The same way, if you go up, it's going to be +1, +2, +3. If you go down here, it's going to be -1, -2, okay, -3.
So the x-axis, is it always horizontal?
Yes, go on.
And the y-axis is always vertical.
Yes. Y-axis is always vertical. Now, when we'll be going deeper, it's called dependent variable. It depends on x. So its value will depend on the x. What it means is that if x changes, y is going to change. Okay. Right. Yeah. So what I'm saying, 99% we're going to be in this quadrant here. So this is quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. This is quadrant 3. This is quadrant 4. Okay. So in quadrant 1, both x and y, they are positive. In quadrant 2, y is positive. In quadrant 3, both x and y, they are negative. While in quadrant 4, y is negative, but x. Okay? So in most of the cases, the graph you see is going to be looking like that. So you're only using this bit here. So let's go on. So that's the first thing you need to notice there. Okay. Yeah. So we are using this quadrant. If you wanted, you would have continued here, and then you would have another line there. Okay. Right. Yeah. So there are things here we need to know and understand what they are. Okay. So the first, right? I said the vertical axis is y-axis, and it has got dependent variable. Its value is dependent on the x-axis. X-axis is called independent variable. Each value doesn't depend on any of the y value.
Y-axis is a variable.
Is dependent. Dependent. Right. Yeah, it's depending on the x. So each value is going to change if you change the value of x.
Mm-hmm.
But x can change without changing the value of y. Yeah, this is extremely important to understand, because that's what is going to create a problem when you try to draw the graph. So there's a lot of thinking going in it, okay, which means if immediately whatever you are drawing about, the graph about, you need to understand what is the x-axis, what is y-axis. In a sense, what is the independent variable, what is dependent variable, okay? The next is the scale, okay? So you need to know the scale. Now, these scales are determined by you. The smaller the scale, the more crowded the graph becomes, the poorer the vision will be. Now, it's going to be the scale for y-axis and the scale for x-axis. Sometimes you may have the same scale. Sometimes you may have different scale. So the scale is just what is the difference of, for example, you can see here, from here to here, yeah, is going to be 100 take away 80, okay? So 100 take away 80 is 20. So half of this, and that's why this is 90. So sometimes you may not have this. They have just given you 100, 120, 140. Yeah, but you need to determine this scale here. Yeah, yes. If they are smaller segments, you need to work out what each one is, because working out the value might be difficult if you don't understand that scale. Mm-hmm. That also will apply, yeah, horizontally. Okay, as I say, sometimes the scale here is different from the scale here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of the students, what happens, they think if the scale is the same, so they get the whole question wrong. Right. Number two is going to be the label, right, which is very common to you who writes the assignment projects or assignment actually. So labels are extremely important. Now, these are labels. So we know what is in the vertical axis is height. And we know, okay, what is in the x-axis is age. So these are called labels. So in your graph, you need to make clear what these labels are. There's also a label here, which is is missing. Okay, but he has put it in up there. Should not be there. It should be down here. Okay, so this one here. So yeah, this label would have been here. So it would have been figure, okay, or table 1, and then obviously it's showing. So what this graph is showing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so showing it, yeah, the ages from 2 to 18, or changes in the height as the age is increasing.
ExamSolutionProvider.com. We are dedicated tutors supporting adults achieve education and profession dreams. We focus on supporting students who are studying MBA, MSc, MPH, nursing, PhD, and health and social care management. For more information, go to our website www.examsolutionprovider.com or email us at FearyExamSolutionProvider@gmail.com.